Well, hello there people, and welcome back to the career mode on FIFA 22. Sunderland time, 11 of season number 3, and today is the finale. Yes, we wrap it up after a very bittersweet episode last time out. You've got to watch it. I'm not revealing it apart from when I go to the calendar, which will be now. So 3, 2, 1... Yes, we lost in the biggest game of our season 5-0 and we needed to beat Stoke, but we won the derby, we didn't get beat by our old club and we went unbeaten for the rest of that month. But today we have 5 games where we need to be unbeaten in them all because Stoke have easy fixtures after I've checked. They play Middlesbrough, Luton, QPR, Rotherham, and I can't remember the last one. Oh, Birmingham, bottom of the league of course. So we've got to make sure we get all the wins we can because we are now 8 points off Stoke City. So that's going to be difficult as Barnsley away are first, Middlesbrough, top of the league, Norwich, then Luton and Swansea to end the episode out as I'm going to play Barnsley, simulate play, and simulate the last game. If it's not, of course, already over. If it's still in contention that we can get playoffs in the last game, maybe I'll have to add an extra episode onto the end, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather wrap it up and get into the next episode as Benjamin Mendy going to Boca Juniors. I won't speak any more on that, but we're going to have a look at this team that we're going to play in this first game as we're going to make one change. Adobe's actually gone up a rating, but excuse me, he's going to be coming out of the team. I am still a little bit ill recording this as it's going to be Babbitt in goal, Luke Matheson, Burgess, Doyle and Thompson, Zambrano and Pritchard still sitting in that central midfield slot, whilst Van Acker and 09 are out, with Moreno, Embleton and Valley back on this wing, with Tyrese Campbell fully fit now and up front, fully energised and fully sharp. So 19th place Barnsley, away at Oakwell. Let's see if we can try and do the kind of impossible. I mean, technically it is kind of possible. Well, it is very possible that we can get above Stoke, but they've got to lose a lot of games for us to do so, as Barnsley have Mark Giuseppe in goal, Jordan Williams, Callum Britton, Toby Shibbick, Apo Halm and Remy Vita. And I think that's 5 at the back. Please don't be. It is. With Josh Benson and Palmer in the midfield. Mateus on one wing, Morris on the other. And Leia Iseka starting. Surprised to see no Corley Woodrow near that team. I thought he'd still be at Barnsley carrying their attack, as he usually does a little bit right now. As that's a good ball in to start off with. Leia Iseka, the striker, replacing him with a good header, but an easy save for Baba, as we're going to try and get forward. Terrible pass though. And Barnsley starting with a lot of the ball right here at Oakwell. What are we doing? Standing off them a bit as Leia Iseka with a long shot and Baba with another save right there. So, 7 minutes in, 2 big chances for the Tykes as they're going to put a ball into this box right here. It's going to go to the edge and Benson with a powerful header wide. As, oh my days, they still have the ball. It's now Morris onto Leia Iseka going for a back heel. We almost got that right there. Pass to the edge of the box into Benson again. Morris. It is all red right here as they're going to go for a long shot again. Benson saved by Baba. That's a calm pass into Matheson though. And now we have the ball. Can we actually do something good with it? Embleton with a drilled pass. And that's a great one into Campbell. Oh, slide tackle came in. It's a good job they missed because there might have been off as Callum Britton though. Beautiful covering. That was really good. However, Campbell winning the ball back himself, our striker, onto Valley. Now it's onto Embleton as Moreno didn't make that run quick enough. If it was down that line, I could have given him it straight away and got him off on his bike. But no, as now Barnsley going to try and counter-attack on that. Matheson does win his header though, as it's straight down to Callum Doyle. And he's going to pass that around the corner into Pritchard. Let's try and get forward here. Moreno, back heel, Vita with a block. Still, it's going to be our ball as now we're growing into this game a little bit. It's Matheson. It's now Embleton. Tyrese Campbell not making the best of runs, but Zambrano is through the middle. Hit that first time, and it's in the bottom corner. It's 1-0 to us straight away as we get our first actual shot off. Zambrano with his 2nd of the season. Good finish from the midfielder. Look at that for a run from a DM and straight on the end of it. First time in that bottom corner. Giuseppe should do a lot better. He even stepped to that side, but no. Our number 7 CDM scores as they're going to try and straight away get a goal back. But it looks like we've put something into them, a bit of fear. That's good. Now they actually are scared of us with our quick passing as Campbell didn't get on that, but he almost got on that second one right here. It looks like it might be a decent response to that Stoke City defeat and the draw against bottom of the league as now Williams into Mateus. Back to Williams, back to Palmer. Good cut out as Pritchard's going to pass that out to Embleton. and Embleton to keep on running. Tyrese Campbell making a good run, and he's offside. It's actually really weird because they've had a lot of the ball in this game, Barnsley, but after our goal, they've done nothing with it. Like they were attacking straight away all the first half, or first half of the first half, as it's almost half an hour. Well, it's past half an hour in as Mateus has a run inside. Doyle with a good tackle. No support, though, and they've still got the ball. Benson goes for a long shot. Burgess with the chest as now Embleton. Please get there. Campbell doesn't. Vita to keep this alive for the Reds as now it's into Leia Iseka. Benson around the corner into Morris, who's somehow onside. Good block, Burgess. Leia Iseka gives the ball out wide here to Dominic Thompson, actually. We're straight on that as now Baba through the middle. That's a risky pass, but it's been pulled off to perfection as now Campbell gives that to Embleton. Back to Pritchard. Moreno on that wing. Can we create something here? Cuts back straight away. It's into Elliot Embleton. Embleton with a chance. I tried to pass it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that right there. That should have been 2-0 before half-time, but my stupid decision-making as Benson gives it into Morris, and they give us it straight back as we had a pass through to Campbell there, but they didn't let us take it. 1-0 to us at the break, even though they've had loads more of the ball. Should be 2-0. And Mateus with the ball right here gives it into Leia Iseka. Now back out to Jordan Williams. He's going to try and run round us. Can't really do so, though, as we pushed him very well. That's a good switch into Vita. Matheson steps forward, though, and gets the ball brilliantly as it's straight onto Moreno. Let's try and counter from that, shall we? Embleton straight over the top. That was meant for Campbell, but Moreno should get there ahead of the defender and does. It's a good move. Valley at the other post. We're going to try and whip it into him, the small man, who gets his head on it anyway. And it is 2-0 against Barnsley here, who are close to the relegation zone. Could be in for a fight. Good finish, that one. Look at this. It's a great cross. We're going to get Corey Evans on now, make some subs. Brilliant little header from the small player, and we just love that Moreno Valley switch across the field. Was timed to perfection as now Morris straight away on the ball for them. They've got a big comeback now. They've got to score 2 goals, of course, as we don't usually score more than 1, or win by more than 1, should I say. We do score 2 a couple of times as Embleton tried to get that pass off right there. It still falls back to us. We're having us look in this game as that was a terrible tackle. Dominic Thompson slides straight in Embleton. There we go. Embleton with the ball in the midfield. He's going to try and cross this across the box again, but too close to the keeper. Dominic Thompson somehow has picked up an injury, so we're going to take him off right there. I mean, hopefully, I hope, should I say, it's not a severe one. It didn't stop play like as Corey Evans on the ball right there. He had a good pass through to Embleton, but just couldn't pull that off as a Metch is going to join Bailey Wright on the field as Benson switches the ball over the top right there. We've got 14 minutes of this one left. It's back into Jordan Williams, back in the midfield area into Leia Iseka, onto Morris. Don't let him get one back. Baba, good save. And nothing comes of that corner. It's a goal kick straight away as now Evans round the corner with a good pass onto Valley, and that's a good move from Bailey Wright on that left back spot. Now onto Valley, who can just keep on running. Keep on going, Valley. Keep on going. Now cut inside a little bit. Can he do anything here? Not really. Cut round. That was meant for Embleton, but it's going to fall to him eventually. It shouldn't have gone the long way round. As now Bailey Wright flooding forward onto Valley again, pushing us back a little bit, but we're still going to try and tamper. But Palmer reads that one straight away. That was a terrible pass, especially when we had that many players forward. As Pritchard sticks one out to Amechi, who's come on with bags of pace. He's going to run through the midfield. That's a good ball through to Embleton, and oh, he should have done better with that one. However, Embleton's shot was offside as they're going to try and come at us right here. Nope, misplaced the pass. Let's get a clean sheet for just motivation and morale for Baba, as that's a good ball around the corner, and I think he must have been off because you can't blow the whistle there in a normal game. 2-0 away from home. That's 1 of 5 done and out of the way. Every game from now on, though, just gets harder. Up now to 7th as, hang on, Stoke haven't played yet. Oh, I thought they'd played as Dominic Thompson's out for 4 weeks, so we're going to probably miss him for the rest of the season. Carl Winchester is back. The replacement has finally become fit. As yet, they've played the game and now they have won of Stoke, so we're still in the 8-point chase now with 4 games to go. They've got to lose 3 of those, and that is just, it's a horrible feeling to. They got a hat-trick in that game as well. Brown is absolutely on fire. It was Nishimura who did it against us, though as Middlesbrough is simulated as well. It could be over here. And also in the meantime, between games, I've been looking at contracts and I have given Bailey Wright another one. Important squad role, but I don't think he's going to get that, so maybe it's just a contract to try and sell him next year. And the next team that we're going to throw out there is now all over 70 rated, and it's Hume just coming in for Dominic Thompson, of course, who's got his injury for the rest of the season as we're away at the Riverside. Please, just keep it going, please. Don't bottle it as it's a 2-1 win and we do keep it going. Sigurdsson scoring for them. Oh, mentioned Mendy and Sigurdsson in the same episode, with Campbell scoring in the same minute and Moreno winning it late on. But the old question is, how did Stoke do? Stoke have lost, right, so the gap is 5 points. We're still kind of on, you know. We are actually kind of on. We've still got to make sure they keep losing, and we do play top of the league next, as that is the difficult one. Hopefully, maybe they play before us and lose. That would be a good booster, as it looks like we might get 7th as well if we don't get this, because we are 5 points clear of Brentford, and 7th would not be bad at all. Like, at all. What a position that is going to be. That would be, should I say, to finish the season, as Marcel Van Acker is back. Can he play against Norwich? I might just have to throw him straight in. However, Pritchard's actually done alright in that position for a little bit now. Van Acker, I'll just put him on the bench for now. Yeah, I'll put him on the bench as it's the same team that we've just played. Yeah, Hume stays in. Let's see what we can do against top of the league. If we win, we might be on for something. If we don't, fair dues. And Norwich City's lineup at our place is Angus Gunn, Balimumba, Mario Kovacic, Andrew Amumbadilie, with Dimitris Janaluis and McLean sitting, Rajika, Dowell, Lees Malou and Tazolis, with Adami up front. I've never heard of that striker, and some of them defenders. Only the midfield looks very, very strong. Let's give it a go. Try and show them what we're made of, shall we? As Pritchard in the central midfield slot today. Moreno going to give that round to Matheson. That's a good tackle, that, because he's going to win that throw-in. And it looks like a lively game. You can hear the fans very, very loud. They know what's at stake if Stoke end up losing. So, yeah, let's try and get this win. Crossing the box for them, though, into no one. Their striker's the one crossing it as, oh dear, McLean has a gap. It falls to them. He's offside. It's a good job as well, because I thought it was miles on. That would have been the luckiest goal ever, as Doyle with a pass straight into Zambrano. Let's try and do something from this, shall we? Valley, on your bike, mate. Denver Hume can only carry it for so long without getting tackled, as we needed to make that move. Elliot Embleton now in the cam roll goes to turn back. Still can't do it. They are all over us, as Adame running through the midfield gives it into Tazolis, the winger. Flick on. Dowell, what a save! And it falls back to Dowell, and it's given us a penalty. They've just scored, but it's been given as a penalty. It must have hit the hand of Hume off the side. So if we can save this, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Rajika against Baba. And we are the luckiest team alive, because they've just scored, been gifted a penalty, even though the ball was in the back of the net. And then we saved the penalty. Now that's a first in football. Still, I think they'll score because they're doing really well at the start of this game, but what a moment that was in football, as Rajika whips one in straight to Callum Doyle. We have survived big time. As Valley, get on your bike. Can we score from that? Imagine if we do. Tyrese Campbell over the top. That's a terrible ball. I actually can't believe that's happened though, as Miloy Rajika bringing the ball down this wing. He's given a ball into Kieran Dowell, as this passing from Norwich is just phenomenal. You can see why they are miles above every other team in this league, as Tazolis tries to whip one in. Matheson, oh, that is good footwork from him under pressure, but a terrible ball out, as now Tazolis has it again onto the edge, onto Kenny McLean, now onto Kieran Dowell looking for an angle into Lees Milou. It's a gap for Tazolis, it's a block. Get rid of that Burgess, please, as he doesn't decide to hammer it, which I definitely wanted him to. And Tazolis off the post into Lees Malou. Babadinga saves. Oh, Babagida keeps saying it wrong, but how much are we holding on right here at home? It's Miloy Rajika to the edge of the box again. Kenny McLean onto Rajika. Don't let him put a ball to anyone else, as he does though. Lees Malou. It's a 1-2. It's Tazolis. It's Rajika. It's Baba. What a keeper we have on our hands, and what a busy day he's going to have. It's only just half an hour in as Rajika. Right, tackled. Flood forward, boys, if we can. Let's get out of our box, as Denver Hume still running it. Cuts back. Pass into Zambrano. To Valehi. Come on, let's attack right here. It's into Tyrese Campbell. A striker's touched it, but tackled by McLean. As we cannot do anything in this game. This is a Premier League team we're against, to be fair, though. So I don't doubt that it's going to be hard, as now Rajika on the side too. Kieran Dowell getting runs around. He's give it to Rajika offside. Definitely off. Good. As now Cameron Doyle, or Callum Doyle to put one down the line. Don't know why I always want to call him Cameron. Zambrano in the midfield into Embleton. Pritchard Back to Embleton. Zambrano sneaking forward as Campbell. Make that run through that gap. Go on. Keep on going, Campbell. Now out wide to Valet. And why can't we make the final pass? And sometimes it's not even making it. Sometimes it's just getting the runner to make the best move. As Valet didn't really offer anything there when I wanted him to. As let's see this at 0-0 at half time, please. Denver Hume actually having a decent game, although he just got tripped by the man with the ball right there. As Campbell trying to flood back and doing some defensive duties. As it's on to Rajika. It's still all Norwich. Kenny McLean. I'd take a draw, but a draw might not be enough in this game. As Tazolis out wide. He has to give it to Gianluigi. As now Gianluigi back in the midfield. Abdawi. Baba saves. Corner ball. Don't concede before half time. That is the worst time to do it. As we're marking up. It's front post. It's side netting. It's hopefully at the break. Yes, we've made it. Unscathed. 0-0. But what a domination. What a dominating game, should I say, from Norwich. Let's have a look at these stats. Look at that. 0 shots, 0 expected goals from us. Hardly any passes. 4 goals expected from them. Let's make it an ultimate team game. And let's go down the other end and score. Big glorious, wasn't it? As now Adame. It's straight away them on the ball. We took kickoff as well. As Gianluigi round that corner. The striker's on the ball. Whips in a decent one. Burgess with it away. Not fully though, but Zambrano does get a touch on it to get it away right here. And look at Tyrese Campbell go. That's a great run. Tyrese Campbell, keep on going. If we could score on this counter, Tyrese Campbell does so. We go 1-0 up. We've actually done it. 1-0 at home against Norwich. They have had every single bit of this ball. And that is our first shot of the game in the back of the net, Tyrese Campbell. How? Now that is absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable, Hefe. As now it's on to Gianluigi straight away. Please don't let them score after we've done all that. Just to counter-attack on them. Our defence has been so good today. Baba deserves a knighthood already, even though it's not full-time. As Elliot Embleton on to Tyrese Campbell, on to Moreno. As Moreno's going to give this into Embleton. He's still kept the ball, and you know what? We could get another chance off right here. Campbell tries to cut inside of Vukcevic. We're still first to it. Elliot Embleton. We're actually growing into the game a bit. Moreno over the top into Campbell. Odomabile with the header away. Definitely haven't said that name right, but Jean Luis with the ball into Lise Malou. He's around the corner and Baba's easily going to read that. Right. Okay. Let's calm it a little bit, please. Zambrano with the ball into Pritchard. We've got one man down the line, but we're not going to use him. We're going to give it back into Pritchard here. And Tazolis with a great tackle. Not a good place to lose the ball as a central midfielder. Pritchard, you're not in cam anymore. As Lise Malou, just sit back and don't let them through. As Tazolis gives it wide. It's a cross and Burgess easily reads that one as we're going to try and pass it away. Just over 20 minutes. I'm counting down the seconds. As Todd Cantwell's now come on. I mean, they're subs. Going strength for strength. We have well, not even retiring yet, but aging Corey Evans on our bench as Pritchard has a run right here, gives it into Embleton. Embleton with a clear shot and goal and Gunn with a save. We're growing into it a bit more and they are furious as Pritchard's going to whip that one in and oh no, that's not a corner we can gift back to them. We've got to do something with it as they're going to look to try and attack where Luke Matheson was, into Adame, into Kieran Dowell, Todd Cantwell. They're flooding forward very fast. Go out wide, please. Someone, Denver Hume or Callum Doyle, I don't care who marks Ballymumba, but the man with the ball needs to be treated as that's a good tackle in the end. 10 minutes still left of this game and they're making sub after sub after sub as it's going to go back this one into Todd Cantwell. Can we get the tackle in? Valley, that is beautiful. Still though, danger not averted right here as there's a crossing opportunity. Ballymumba, back post. Baba catches. If he gets a clean sheet out of this, I'm going to be ecstatic for him as now Tyrese Campbell with the ball. Moreno down this line. 8 minutes, even less now as we're going to run down this line. We're going to still cross it and win that corner. Beautiful work as Van Acker's going to come on for Pritchard. As Van Acker's going to take this corner and I'm just going to pass it short. Don't know how his corners are. As Valley tried to sneak that around the corner. Maybe not a good thing to do as Orsic is going to run away with this one. Just keep on flooding back. And a free kick late on here for Norwich as Cameron Burgess for Bailey Wright. Cheeky change in centre-backs, but we need all the fitness we can get. And he wants to be an important player next season. Let's head this away, Van Acker. Goes towards our tallest player as Moreno. Oh, that was a dodgy tackle from them. That could have been a leg breaker. As please get there, Moreno. Just pass it backwards. We've got 3 minutes added on and we could be getting the double over top of the league this season, who hardly ever get beat, as it could be more than 1-0. On to Embleton. Oh, and gun save straight down his throat. But it doesn't matter, as we've got 3 wins out of 3 so far. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. And Stoke, please bottle it, as that's the luckiest win ever. They literally scored a goal, got disallowed for a penalty. We saved the penalty. We'll take it though. And Stoke City, they won. Right. Stoke keep on winning. I mean, can we catch Reading? We can't. It's got to be Stoke now. And they've got to lose 2 games. They can't lose and draw. They've got to lose both of their last games. And they play bottom of the league next. So I'm not too hopeful, you know. Not too hopeful at all. Now Dominic Thompson's back from injury. So hey, he might actually play a couple of games. As I've been thinking as well, I've got 2 players running out of contract. I think I'm just going to sign them both up, you know, just so next season we can forget about getting a backup keeper and a backup left back in, and we can just go and get first teamers. So Niall Huggins and Lee Berg will be signed up. However, Lee Burge actually wants an important role. If he doesn't take a rotational, which he doesn't, he's not getting one at all. Lee Burge, you're not important. You'll have to leave. Oh, and I did forget, Niall Huggins has signed a contract with another team before, so he's going to be leaving us anyway, as we're going to move on to Luton next, who Stoke must have just beaten. God damn, can we get a result against Luton? Stoke still haven't played, so we're still going to have to try and win this one. 10th against 7th. And Luton's team, James Shea in goal, James Bree at right back, Gabriel Osho, Dan Potts, Reece Burke, Omar Govia, with Mpanzu in front of him and Campbell. Mpanzu we've got to watch today, with Cornick, Adebayo and Oyedema as the 3 forward players. It's a trip to Kenilworth Road right here. It's a little bit bigger than the stadium. You have to walk literally through houses to get into, but we'll let it slide. It's FIFA, as Matheson straight away on the ball. Can we try and have a really good game this time out and not just be on the back foot all the time, as that's a good ball in. Gouveia with a clearance. Now it's forward to Adebayo though, and oh, Baba with a good save right there. Really good stop. It's going to be a corner for Luton. Got to watch all his men right here and make sure no one makes a sudden move, as that's there. Campbell with a shot. Gouveia is miles offside, as Luton always seem to just get good chances against me. Even though Norwich couldn't get one off against us with all the blocks, they get some straight away, as Valley with a chip over the top right there. Campbell, please control that. Does. Very, very well. Moreno making a great run around. Can we cross that back post? What a move this is. Embleton, though. Elliot Embleton, what are you doing? That was a phenomenal passage of play, but he just decided to mess it up, as Cornick gonna go around us. Shot in. Adebayo. Oh, it's a good job Burgess put his foot in there. That could have been a goal straight away for them, as Campbell still gets the ball away. And Mpanzu goes through that little gap, and Cornick whips one back in into the middle. Doyle easily going to read that, and it was very slow to turn right there. I registered that 2 weeks ago, as now Pritchard on the ball. Going to cut back. Going to go into Burgess. Burgess into Matheson. Matheson down that line into Moreno. Let's try and create another chance. Hopefully Embleton doesn't miss, as that's a terrible tackle. Still we have the ball down the line into Matheson. Great whipped in one. It's going to fall to Campbell. Oh, and it's a double shot. And a penalty kick? No. A free kick for them, but a yellow card for them as well. Okay. I don't understand that one. That didn't look like handball at all, did it? As Gouveia gives that back into Harry Cornick. Cornick round the corner and gives it back into Adebayo, as Adebayo now out to Oyedema. We've all got some good names in this Luton team, as he's got the ball out wide here into Campbell. Long shot, Baba saves. Every shot they take looks very, very fierce and looks like it's going to result in a goal. As let's mark up Adebayo. It's going into the box. Hume away. And Mpanzu, surely that hit the bottom of his hand right there, is now out to Gouveia, the wide player right there, as Zambrano gets a tackle in though, and Campbell is going to just try and run this. Keep going, Tyrese. Keep going. On your bike, now back heel that, or just pass it into Embleton, who's not having a good game. Can't keep the ball at his feet, as now James Bree. Oh, we've let him do us a bit there. He's given the ball into Gouveia, and Gouvea's going to look for a little bit of an option. Can't find one though. Over the top, out to Reece Burke. Ex-Hull City man, good player him as well, as he's on the left back slot today. Offside as well for them. Just a bit boring from us. Yeah, not really threatened at all, really, as Oyedema into Campbell and Adebayo. Oh my days, it's gone in. Of course it falls straight back to him. I mean, it hit the post, it hit Baba and then went into his path. 1-0 Luton. It's literally a team I can never beat. Luton Town, it's like Matt Goldbridge's Burnley to me. It's just that team, isn't it? As it's a header straight into an open net. Baba did all he could. He tried to get up and dive, to be fair. That's good work from the keeper, but not enough as it goes into the open net. And it looks as if at half-time it will be 1-0. However, it could be more. It's into the path of Mpanzu. And we've let him score. It's 2-0 Luton now. That's playoffs gone. And of course, we just cannot stop Luton. Straight away in 2 minutes for them. And I don't know what's going on. It's a good finish. It's a very good finish. Straight into his path. No one marking him through the middle. 2-0. And the half-time whistle goes straight after it. So, work to do if we're going to try and build. As it's 0-0 Stoke and Birmingham. Birmingham still have to win that, of course. So I'm going to make a change. Valley's been non-existent today. I'm going to stick Adobe on. And Embleton's not the best of games. So I'm going to rest him. Put Pritchard in cam, see what we can do there. And Van Acker back in the team. As Oyedema down this line as well. Tackle by Burgess. They tried to get straight on us. As that's a terrible tackle. And he's injured our player again, hasn't he? I know he has. At least it's towards the end of the season. Yep, game stopped. It is Burgess, the centre-back. First injury to a defender, apart from Matheson and, apart from his fullbacks. Been a terrible season for injuries. It's just what EA's done to this game. They've made it so the CPU just slide tackle when they lose the ball, and it's risky business that. It's very risky business, so we'll try it straight into the back of him. And it's going to probably be a yellow card. Bailey Wright just getting stuck straight in. The free kick from Govia, straight to Baba, so we're going to try and attack straight from this. We do need 3 goals, of course. Moreno into Van Acker. Van Acker has nowhere to go. He's going to cut back right there, give it into Moreno. Going to play a 1-2 if he can. That's a good ball down the line. Right, have we got Campbell in the middle? We do. Making that move. It's straight past him. It's going to fall to Adoze, who's terrible under pressure. He does nothing. He just lets it bounce off him. As Adebayo, how is he onside? How is he onside? But how are we keeping him on? I mean, I think he was on. But how are we keeping him on? Every player was forward but one. And I want to see who's to blame. It's like we play really well and then one game comes along where we just run out of steam. And it's always Luton, as it's Bailey Wright, of course, who's just come on the field, got booked, and kept them on side for a third. And a free kick 20 minutes in for them right here from a handball. And can they get another one? It's Berry with a header. Baba with a quick reaction save right there with his legs, but still should not be winning that header at all from that free kick as it's going in. Burke wins that one as well. And, oh, if you look at that in the top right-hand corner, you just can't write it, can you? Birmingham have took the lead over Stoke, so we could have been going into the final game, but instead, it's going to be Luton beating us right here at their place, as it's another corner. Playoffs are gone, even if Stoke do lose now, because we're losing this one, as Osho with the ball gives it out wide to Govia. Govia slid in a bit too much there. Campbell gets it forward. Hume with a pass out to Pritchard, if we could try and make it 4-3. I mean, it's impossible with the EA time, but if we can try, it'd be good, but no. Oyedema still keeping this alive for them, though. Hits Hilton in the face, and right, finally we can clear it a little bit. It's stumbled away as Pritchard gives one down the line onto this guy right here, as Campbell's going to whip that over. Good header. Adoze hasn't scored for the club yet in-game. At least he has one now. At least that's one positive from this game, but the big negative is that we're out of this playoff push, as we do have one back. 3-1 was the score of the last one as well. And it's the score of this one. We've lost. It's going to be another season in the Championship for good. I'm not saying if we got in the playoffs we would have won them, of course, but we're not going to get that chance. 3-1 beaten away. And actually no. Stoke actually scored late on in their game, so it would have been impossible for us anyway, because the goal difference is mad if I'm not wrong. Is it? Yes, it is. It's 17, so we would have never pulled that back. And I think before this next game, I filled the academy up a little bit too much, so you know what? We're going to go ahead and promote some players to get them in the shop window for a loan, and of course give them some game time in this last game against Swansea, because it is kind of a nothing game at the moment. So Nathan Vickers, promote to the senior team. We're going to go for Gavin Howell as well. He's going to get promoted, the new Ryan Giggs hopefully. And we will, should we go for both of these? I mean, sorry Joseph Cooper, but you're getting released. You're not really that much potential for me, as Ewan Buchanan can come to the team and Sean Bourne can as well. As this is going to be the last team we play for this season, so it's Patterson in goal, Matheson, Wright, Yilmaz and Hume at the back, with Howell, Bourne, Winchester and Buchan coming straight up. Buchan straight into the team, with Embleton in cam supporting Vickers up front. So all the new players are actually getting chances. All the players are already on the loan list as well. So let's see what we can do against Swansea in a simulation. As these are in 15th as well, we are, I think, guaranteed 7th. Even if we're not, don't mind dropping down 1 or 2 places. It's a good finish to the season. As quick simulate it, what's it going to be? It's a 3-2 loss, but to be fair, we've given a bit of a decent account of ourselves. Obafemi and Vickers got a goal. The new loan, well, the player who's on the loan list, the new youth player, with Downs getting 1 straight back, Obafemi making it 3-1, and Matheson, the right back, getting 1, so that's not bad. I kind of did expect more of a thrashing, as that is the end of the season. Leicester have won the FA Cup, you can see right there, so we don't have to check that. As this is how the season finishes. Norwich champions, even though we beat them twice. Southampton second, just over Nottingham Forest, our old team, who look like they're on for a playoff win. Newcastle, Reading and Stoke in there, us just outside of it, unfortunately, but Stoke won the last game, so I'm not too disheartened. As going down is Birmingham, Lincoln and Portsmouth. Preston just surviving on goal difference, jeez. Coming down to players next season, which is hopefully the season we put it all in, is going to be West Brom, Burnley and Blackburn almost survived. Jeez, goal difference doing them as well. They gave a good account of themselves near the end, but West Brom and Burnley will definitely join us. Well, Blackburn will definitely join us as well. As who's coming up to us? Cardiff come straight back. Ipswich are coming up. Just over Huddersfield, who they've beaten on goal difference, who's in the playoffs with Bolton, Burton and Crewe Alexandra. As Hull still struggling in that division. I can't remember the other team. Sheffield Wednesday in 17th. Who's going down? Port Vale, Fleetwood, Bradford, Mansfield. I'd love to see where my team Grimsby is, but unfortunately we can't. As now it's to the player summary, and I'm going to go through this quick because then we can get next season just started straight away. Patterson didn't play enough, just 1 game. Kenny on loan. Burgess and Babadinga, honestly sensational. Dominic Thompson, he's got a below average rating, but I have rated him this season personally, with Niall Huggins, Denver Hume playing his part, and then Callum Doyle getting a 5.9, but he's been good this season. Gilles Madge not playing enough. Bailey Wright, he's definitely going to be a backup, even if he has the important role, as Burgess will be first team. Matheson will be first team, he's actually improved since the start. And then Neil on loan. Evans, very, 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 very sporadic player. He won't play much, hopefully, next season. Zambrano is going to be a first teamer with Luke 09 if they're both always fully fit. Bourne's going to go out on loan. Vanaka is going to be that backup. Winchester, backup. Drew Yearwood, hopefully around the first team, actually. Do rate him as Embleton. 5.7 for the season. 2 goals, 8 assists. I've rated Embleton as well. It's not done too bad for me. As Pritchard has got 7 goals, 5 assists. Hawks is probably going to leave if I'm honest. As Bowler, maybe the same. Got quite a few wingers. Howell is going to go out on loan. Valley's been below average, 5.6. 7 goals, 3 assists, but should have more. As Adoze, want it to be a big season for him next year, not bottling chances. Kimbombia probably leaves. Moreno probably stays for that right wing spot. And Mechie is the backup. Buchanan out on loan. Campbell, 16 goals, 7 assists. Could have been a lot more, I think. Definitely. Even in the games that he has played, even when he missed injury. 39 games. Would have wanted a bit more from a 77 rating in the Championship. Benny Kafobe's done okay when called upon. Cassidy's going to come back and hopefully be the third choice, as O'Brien and Vickers. Don't know about O'Brien staying or not, but Vickers hopefully on loan. Yep, that is it. We've gone through everything right here, so guess what? I'm going to get scouting, and guess what? You guys can suggest some players if you would like for me to scout, because I am all open to doing that. As thank you guys for watching season number 3. Season number 4, yes, again, will be our 4th season in the Championship. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but hopefully you guys stay with it. As thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, as we will be back straight away tomorrow with episode 1 of season number 4, where we hopefully want to push on, maybe, into automatics if we can get there. Take care, in a bit, and peace.